If you only had 15 minutes a day to improve your tarot reading skills, how would you spend them? Most people would probably spend that time trying to memorize more card meanings. But memorizing tarot isn't the same as understanding tarot. Becoming a confident tarot reader comes from practicing the right skills consistently. So today, I want to share 4 simple daily tarot practices that can completely transform the way you read tarot. They don't take long, but together they'll help you develop observation, intuition, reflection, and a deeper understanding of how the tarot actually works. The first practice is the one I believe will have the biggest impact on your readings. Every day, pull just one card. But before you reach for your guidebook, spend a few minutes simply looking at it. Really observe it. Ask yourself, what catches my attention first? How does this card make me feel? What emotions does it evoke? What story seems to be unfolding? Which symbols stand out? What colors dominate the image? If I knew nothing about tarot, what message would I take from this picture? What do I think this card represents? Write your thoughts down before checking any meanings. Only then open your guidebook and compare your interpretation with the traditional meaning. You might be surprised by how much you already understood simply by taking the time to observe the card. Tarot is a visual language. The more you train yourself to really see the images instead of immediately searching for keywords, the more naturally your interpretations will begin to flow. If you're enjoying this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like. It really helps support the channel and lets me know you'd like to see more practical tarot lessons like this. The second practice is all about developing your intuition. This one only takes a minute or two, but it's incredibly powerful. Shuffle your deck and pull one card face down. Before you turn it over, pause for a moment. Hold the card in your hands if that helps, and simply notice what you sense. Ask yourself, does this feel like a major arcana or a minor arcana? If it's a minor arcana, which suit do I think it is? Does the energy feel calm, emotional, practical, or fiery? Then reveal the card and see how close your impressions were. And here's the important part. Don't judge yourself if you get it wrong. This isn't about getting a perfect score. It's about strengthening your intuition and learning to notice those subtle impressions that often get drowned out by overthinking. The more you practice this exercise, the more you'll begin trusting your own inner guidance during readings. The third practice happens at the end of the day. Before you go to bed, come back to the card you pulled that morning. Take just a few minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, where did this card's energy show up today? Did it describe an event, a person, or my own thoughts and emotions? Did anything happen that reminded me of this card? Looking back now, do I understand the card differently than I did this morning? Sometimes the connection will be obvious. Other times, it might be something much smaller, a conversation you had, a feeling that came up unexpectedly, or simply the way you responded to a situation. This practice teaches you something incredibly valuable. Tarot isn't just something that exists during a reading. The archetypes are alive in your everyday life. And once you begin recognizing them around you, the cards stop feeling like 78 separate meanings you have to memorize. Instead, they become a language that you naturally begin to understand. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these practices are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, here's one more practice that I think is incredibly underrated. When you're studying tarot, don't learn the cards one by one. Instead, study them in groups. For example, spend some time with all 4 aces. Instead of asking what makes each ace different, ask yourself, what do all aces have in common? You'll quickly notice that every ace represents a beginning, a seed full of potential. The suit simply tells you what is beginning. You can use exactly the same approach with the other numbered cards. Take the 5s, for example. What do all the 5s have in common? Across every suit, they introduce challenge, disruption, conflict, or change. The suit simply tells you where that challenge is happening. Is it an emotional challenge, a mental conflict, a practical or financial difficulty, or a challenge involving your passion, confidence, or motivation? You can study the deck in exactly the same way with the twos, the threes, the tens, or even the court cards. Start by asking, what is the shared theme of this group? Then ask, how does each suit express that theme differently? Once you begin studying tarot this way, you'll stop trying to memorize 78 individual cards. Instead, you'll begin understanding the structure of the deck. And once you understand the structure, remembering the meanings becomes so much easier. If you only have 15 minutes a day, these 4 exercises are more than enough. Observe before you learn. Train your intuition. Reflect on your card at the end of the day. And study the cards in groups to recognize the patterns that run throughout the deck. Do these consistently, and I promise you'll notice a shift. You'll stop asking, what does this card mean? And you'll start asking, what is this card trying to show me? That's the moment tarot stops being something you memorize and starts becoming something you understand. If you enjoy learning tarot in a simple and practical way, make sure you subscribe. Every week, I share videos designed to help you build confidence with tarot without feeling like you have to memorize 78 separate cards. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.